Octavia from Sky Crew. Your fight is not over!
Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine, this is Americ.
Hello!
Let's talk about the 100 Season 4, Episode 4, Light-Guarded.
Dun, dun.
First, some quick thoughts. Jaha in the middle of a pond, floating away.
Yeah, in the trailer...
He was floating.
Yeah. In the trailer, I thought he was meditating, but no, this was just a prank.
Well, he was sleeping.
Yeah, true. But he was drugged, right? So they cut the thing and they put him in the middle.
Aww.
So. But what I thought was really messed up is because after there was the black rain alert and everybody was coming in, there's no way Jaha made it back in. Like, from a timeline perspective, no. So the guy is like, yo.
Americ is like, what I really want to know is, like, did Jaha make it? Speaking of the alarm and the whole black rain thing, Jasper. Can we agree that Jasper is just becoming, like, irritating a little bit?
It's one thing about trying to be sort of like the lighter side of things, doing pranks and all that, but this is not funny, right?
No, and I feel like Monty almost went and tried to get him. So if it had really been black rain, like, he would have literally killed himself, which, you know what, you want to kill yourself, fine, but, like, people care about you, so they're gonna risk their lives to try and get to you.
Is Jasper supposed to be annoying every season now? Like, I just think, like, is that a thing?
I don't know.
Because he's just annoying. Like, I'm just like, oh, Jasper.
I just don't see what he adds right now.
He was supposed to add levity.
You know who adds levity? Murphy.
Yeah.
Murphy adds more levity than Jasper. Like,
I mean, let's be clear. Levity is very difficult to do.
Right, but I'm saying, if you're gonna do it, like, you can make jokes, but still, you know, don't be a douche about it. Moving on to the nightblood hunt. So last episode we learned that Luna survived the radiation, so now they're like, hey, let's go make some nightblood.
I know.
So they need to go to the island to find Becca's lab, which is where she made nightblood.
Here's the thing. I would have expected Luna to be a little bit more on the grateful side.
Yeah, I know. I remember last review you were like, well, I mean, now Luna kind of has to help them. She doesn't really see it that way.
My God. I mean, whoa. Yes,
just like,
they technically didn't save you, but how can you be like, you know, like, is there only the fight going on? I don't care. I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's so emo. It's annoying.
And I kind of felt like Naiko gave his life for her so she can save everyone, and she still is about to, like, leave. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Girl. Thank God. Ray
Ray came into, can I just say how much I'm loving
I love
Raven
so
this
much.
season.
Yeah.
So much more than Clarke, by the way.
True,
I will say
agree.
this. Because she's so much more effective at doing things. She's really good at reaching people. She's really good at setting things up and just moving ahead and showing some force and some determination in the face of adversity.
Yeah, I feel like Clarke has been very much like this since last season.
Yeah.
And then Raven has been like this in terms of character development.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Clarke is still using the same thing, whereas I feel like Raven is like...
And the whole, like, drone attack and how she's, like, just was
First
trying
of all,
to make
Luna running to go get the drone was pretty badass, though.
Yeah.
Once she got convinced, I was like, all right, Luna. Little emo, but you know, you turned it around.
Homegirl got skills. I ain't knocking that. Homegirl got legit skills.
So they're on their way to getting nightblood. But what I really want to talk about is did we possibly get, like, a little Maven moment?
Murphy.
And for those of you who don't know,
Murphy and Raven. Yeah.
Yeah, Maven is Murphy and Raven, which I think we talked about. When did we talk about that? We were, like, maybe into it, like a previous review, I think, in a previous video.
Yeah.
I think Americ was like, what about Maven? And I think I'm kind of on the Maven ship now.
Here's the thing. I feel like they're setting it up, right?
When she thanks him, he's like,
I'm
careful,
taken.
I'm taken. But I'm like, oh. Because we think Emori might die.
Oh, yeah. She's
Right?
a god.
Like, we think she might die.
Yeah,
so I kind of like them together because they're so unlike.
Yeah. I mean, they have history, right? He caused her injury. You know, that's why she limps. You know, like, they have stuff that...
work out.
Stuff to discuss. I'm just saying. You know, they have common ground.
They have common ground.
We'll take ships wherever we can find them. That's all I'm going to say.
Moving on to Arcadia, and we're kind of getting another annoying Jasper moment where he finds the list.
Oh, God. That was so stupid.
And then he's going to broadcast it, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like, you know, even if you agree with him that the list should be public, I feel like this is not the right way to do it. You know?
it's not just that it's not the right way to do it. The reason he's saying that, the reason he, who is like, I don't care about anything, is like taking on the mantle of everybody must know. It's like, how you? Like, you're saying that Clarke doesn't have the right to decide who gets on the list. But you clearly have said that you don't care about living. So what's your impetus to think that, you know what, I don't care about living, but I have a moral obligation to share this list with the world? Okay, come on, that's ridiculous. And to make it even worse, Monty, who's like, well, I kind of agree with Jasper. We really should tell everybody and let them make the choice. I'm like, you guys are so annoying. They're like teenagers. I mean, the world is literally ending. Are they supposed to? Are we still gonna pretend that they're teenagers?
I think they're supposed to be teenagers.
They're not teenagers anymore. At this point, they're like grown adults, right? They've matured. They know that the world is ending. Clarke, you may disagree with her approach, but clearly, your way of disagreeing is immature at best.
Yeah, I just felt like, again, even if you think you should say, I feel like just broadcasting it like this and panicking people is not the best way to go around it.
No.
Even if you were going to say, well, I think they should know, think about a way to kind of do it where people won't go crazy and stop working and stop doing anything productive in order to save humanity.
I'm just saying, thank God for the black guy to come and save all this. I'm just gonna put it out there. Jaha was right, and I actually had brought it up last week and said, you know what, probably would have been fair was some sort of lottery, which is what he thought of, and sort of like created the piece.
Yeah, I think I like even your approach better because he's saying all of the 100 will get picked by lottery. I think you said, well, some you have to have like a doctor, you need to have certain things.
You need to have like certain people, like Abby needs to be on it, Raven needs to be on it, like there's certain
in order to actually survive, because if there's no engineer, then the thing crashes and you're done. But all the rest then should be picked by lottery.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Jaha is even saying that we're not really gonna. I mean, I feel like they're kind of.
It's like you need to make them.
Think that they can actually. They have some sort of control over their fate.
He just replaced one lie with one more acceptable kind of lie.
Yeah, right? And I like the way that he not only said we're gonna have a lottery, but you only get to be part of the lottery if you work.
Yeah, exactly.
If you miss work, you're out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you wanna be on it. You need to contribute. To
the greatest motivator ever. You want to live? Come to work.
Come to work. But I think for me, I was really excited to see Jaha step up because I feel like that's the Jaha from season 1 that we have. I mean, I personally really loved him in season 1. He was a really good leader. Again, it wasn't easy, and I think he knows that it's not easy, which is why he's like telling Clarke, like, hey, you thought it was easy, but it's not easy to make decisions about who's gonna live or die. We saw on the arc that it was hard, and I think he kind of let that part of him where he's like, he knows how to deal with people. When he's not controlled by Allie. And it's kind of nice to see him, stepping up and being him again.
Here's my thing, though. I'm totally fine with how Jaha handled the business. What I'm actually having problems with is the fact that Clarke really displayed her lack of leadership in this moment, where she was just like, oh no, I don't know. And, she had to wait. Because really, theoretically speaking, there's no reason she couldn't have said the exact same thing.
Yes, there is experience.
You think that's all it is?
Yes, I absolutely. I think that she fell into this position and she's learning as she goes. He's had years and years and years of having to deal with things like that. That's why he knows, he understands, like, how do you calm, like, she's never had, like, a crowd like that. Fine.
I will not let facts get in the way of my argument, okay? I have alternative facts.
Moving on to Polis, where shit is going down.
Yeah.
So Bellamy and Kane are now prisoners. They've killed all of 3 crew.
Yeah, that were in
That
Polis.
was there.
Yeah.
And they're hunting Indra and Octavia. So we get the face-off between Octavia and Echo, which in the trailer, we thought, oh, they're training.
They're working together.
They're working together. Not really.
No, not really. That didn't work out that way. But here's the thing. I have to give it up to Octavia yet again in this episode because Homegirl got just amazing grit, like amazing ability to survive and persevere. And even if it's highly unlikely that she would survive a sword into the stomach and a fall from that high, good for her.
Good for her. She made it.
Yeah.
She's alive.
She's alive. Rowan and Echo decide to go on this Valentine's Day massacre and just kill everybody who sort of disagrees with them. In this case, Sky Crew and Tree Crew.
Well, who they think like betrayed them? Which
yeah, and they're like saying we must go and get this thing that will save us, right? But here's the thing: for people who are being so cold-blooded and everything, they're also acting a little bit like, oh yeah, we killed, Octavia. Sorry, it's like they felt like soft about it. It's like, come on, we want you alive.
Well, I think.
It didn't feel right.
I don't know.
The tone didn't feel right to me.
Really?
It didn't feel right to me.
Oh, I guess I didn't have an issue with that because I feel like there's some sort of history where they don't like hate each other, but I just think like they need to do what they need to do. But...
Yeah, I think they were trying to not make them into villains, right? Because it's very easy to do the exact same thing and just be a straight up villain, right? And say we're doing this because we hate you and we want to be.
Which, by the way, their plan of going to get Arcadia.
Dumb.
I'm like, yes, you go get the thing that is not even ready to hold anybody.
Yeah.
Because that's really going to be helpful. Like.
But I will say I agree with them that information was not shared the proper way,
That's
right?
True.
So they're making an alliance, but they're not getting all the information. So of course they're gonna be like, "You've been lying to me. I don't trust you."
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Rowan is the only one that already believes Clarke and that it's the end of the world. Echo is already like, I don't know. And then she's seeing all these things happening, like they're taking nightblood, and they're like, hey.
Yeah.
And, Rowan is suspicious that the flame is not really destroyed. He's like, right, that's what Octavia says, but is it really? So I can see how they're messing with me, but I don't know if like just killing everyone right away is like the best. But of course, we'd love to hear what you thought of this episode. What do you think about Jasper and Monty's decision to release the list? And any Maven shippers out there?
Yep.
Let us
Who's
know
feeling
in the comments.
Maven? Comment below, let us know. #Maven.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Always really appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet so you don't miss any of our 100 videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.